Welcome back to American Idol Extra. Sitting here with Brooke White, as we know, eliminated tonight. Brooke, we have an extra chair. All of a sudden, would you like to know who's going to sit in that extra chair?
I would love to know who's going to sit in the chair.
It is your friend and your roommate. Let's bring her out. It is Kristy Lee Cook.
Yay! I'm so glad you are here. I was like, please don't be right. I was.
You're gossiping over there, girls.
We are.
You're gossiping. Now, you two, how long were you roommates?
Since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since February. For Hollywood we were too? Oh, yeah. For a long time.
For a long time. Is
it all blurs, you guys. I'm sorry.
Is it awkward in the beginning? I mean, I know you got to be friends, but is there a time in the beginning where you're like, if she doesn't clean up those dishes, I'm going to put you out the window?
We're both cleaned.
Yeah?
And it's good.
We were the perfect roommates because it was like every night we would do the same thing. We're like on our computers and they were like, do you want to go to bed? Okay, yeah, let's go to bed.
We took our
We were the most boring people at night.
Totally.
I have trouble believing that the two cute blondes are like, let's just check our email and go to bed.
No, it's totally true. It's totally true. Promise.
Do you guys watch the show? Like, after you perform, do you go home and watch the show and sort of critique yourself at all?
Well, we did at one point because when it wasn't taped live, but after a certain point, we can't because we're on it.
Yeah.
We're on the show, but usually we're very busy. We don't even have a chance to, and I think I've gotten to a point where it's like, I just want to give it some space before I go back and watch it. It's still kind of hard for me to watch myself. Yeah.
Is it? What about you? Did you ever check it?
I'd sit there and, you know, I'd pull up like the commercials and Brooke would come over and peek.
I like to watch the commercials. Those are fun.
Yeah, and I'd pull her up every now and then.
I'd run away and put my hand.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear it. And then some of them she'd be like, well, maybe I do.
Do you want to know what people are saying about you online? I mean, obviously, not just the judges have an opinion, but...
No, I don't, because everybody's going to have their opinion about who you are. And if you want it to not affect you, but it does. And for good or bad, you know, and I do try to take in some of the good stuff, but for good or bad, you don't want to get too high, too overly confident, or too low. And that can happen very easily if you start digging into, and it can kind of taint who you are in your decision process.
Having a couple weeks away from it, anything that you particularly miss about being on the big stage and in the big competition? Anything that's...
I do. I will say that I have missed Brooke a lot because it was like we became really, really close, and now me and my horses are really close, but they never talk to me. I'm like, hello.
And you knew I would talk to you more than you wanted.
And Brooke's going to be part of your upcoming nuptials, a part of your wedding, yeah?
She better be.
I better be. Yes, I totally am.
I could see a whole wedding singer thing happening here, right? I mean, who better to have sing at your wedding?
Sure, I will do that for Kristy.
Oh, I would love for her. Well, that would be kind of hard. She'd have to like sing while she's standing as one of the bridesmaids, you know.
That would be kind of, it'd be like then hand the microphone down.
It would be kind of weird.
It would be. Well, you guys, I'm glad you've gotten to know each other. I'm glad that you're going to get to take this away from the experience. It has been a long journey for you from Philadelphia, from that red-eye flight to Philadelphia.
Totally.
All the way to here. Let's, you know we love doing this, right? Let's take a look back.
I would love to look back.
Let's take a look back at Brooke's journey through Idol.
I think I would love to look back.
We've got an incredible show for you tonight. Right after the break, I'm going to talk with Brooke White about her time on Idol and tonight's elimination. Kristy Lee Cook comes back to tell us what she's been up to since she's left the show. And we've got a very special guest. Paula Abdul is going to be here. 2 weeks ago, Kristy Lee Cook lost her shot at becoming this year's American Idol, but she gained a fiancé right here on the stage. And she's back with us tonight. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you.
Does it feel different being engaged? Like, you've been engaged for a few weeks now?
You know, it doesn't feel like any different just because we kind of kept it on down low, so I knew I was engaged. But it was kind of cool afterwards because he did it live on television, and that's what I kind of really wanted. Because I knew he would never want to do that, and so he did it. So I was like, yes.
Yeah, I guilted him into it for you. There we go, right there. One knee. We got it done right here. So what have you been up to? Obviously, a lot of PR engagements and stuff. What's been the highlight of your couple of weeks?
Well, you know, the first week was mostly just strictly interviews. And when I got home, the first thing I did was I went and looked and played with my newborn baby foal. That's a month old. And, you know, I messed around with him, and then I went and saw the horses and my dog, and I haven't been off a horse since until now.
So really, because you didn't get to ride while you were on Idol, did you?
No, I was having the worst withdrawals ever. I hadn't been on a horse in like 4 months, so I went and got carriage rides in New York because that's how bad it was.
Just to be close.
3 times in one day.
Yeah.
I was like, this is bad. I gotta get on a horse.
And tell us, how did the saga of your favorite horse that you sold to get to the audition, how did that end up?
You know, it ended up good because he got a really, really good home, and I ended up getting a horse that is just like him. It was really weird because I never saw the horse in person until I got back, and he came down from Washington, and he was off the track, and same color, same attitude. It was really weird. It was like instant connection, and I fell in love with him, and I'm so happy with that horse. So I'm really, really happy.
Happy ending all around.
Yeah.
Getting back to the show, what did you think of the results tonight? What did you think of Brooke being eliminated?
You know, like I told Brooke earlier, because she was, you know, kind of worried, and I basically just told her, I was like, look, you made your goal, you made the top 5, you made it 2 weeks further than I did, you know. I was like, you have nothing to complain about.
What did you tell Brooke? I told her, shut up, you made it further than me.
No, I told her, you know, I was like, top 5. I go, but you know what, if you do go home, it's so nice to have that time off. It's so nice to be relaxing and being with your family and friends, and to relax before you have to go on tour again, you know, and start the whole busy, never getting sleep thing again. So I told her, I was like, hey, you know, you made top 5, which is what your goal was, and if you go home, don't worry about it because you're going to have a lot of fun.
All right.
While you're off.
Oh, did you have a Neil Diamond song you might have sung?
I did. I was going to do "We're Coming to America."
You were going to do which Archuleta did. The Coming to America.
Yeah.
That's a great. We were singing that during the commercial break, but we were not as good as you or David, by far. Hey, thanks for stopping by and talking to us. The finale's not that far away. Will you come back again?
I will be back.
All right.